My next question is, how important was family in the 60s and what role did women play?
This links into what I've just been talking about. At the start, women at home, raising the children, man worked. Single women, however, would go to work in all sorts of, ways, factories, offices, nursing, whatever. My mother was at home until the mid-1960s, so she was like a proper housewife, and she supported my father when he did extra training for a year away from home. But later on, when my sister and I were teenagers, she managed to get a part-time job, and she was an accounts clerk in a factory. She was a very clever woman, actually, and had she been born in my generation, she would have had all the opportunities that I was given, but she didn't, but she made sure that we got as much help as we could, and I'm totally grateful for that. With the women and family, I go back to my friends in Birmingham. They're still very much a unit. They can holiday together and so on. They help each other out, I didn't have that, and your mum hasn't had that either because of circumstances. So for me, family wasn't totally gender specific, because my father would help prepare the vegetables for dinner, and I always washed up the dishes with him afterwards, and he helped lay the table, and sometimes he'd get us breakfast after lighting the fire, things like that, because we didn't have central heating until the late 60s, and then it was very basic. So we weren't near relatives like a lot of families were. We were in Worthing, one lot of grandparents in Yorkshire, another lot in Devon, so we would visit perhaps once a year. And my parents' siblings weren't nearby either, so we didn't have that close sort of women and family thing any more than your mum and me have, because it's of how things are. So you sort of tended to rely on church, if you went to church, or the friendships you made, or the organisations you joined, and things like that. So, and in my situation, of course, I didn't get married until 1974, and I had a job then. In fact, I was earning more than my husband. So the change between 1960 and 1974 was massive.